You're alive. Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to my first live stream of the month of October 2020. Yes, we're only 3 months away from 2021 coming. And for my first movie, to celebrate the Halloween season, I'm going to do a live stream for Vampires Suck. Yeah, I know that people consider this one of the worst comedies of all time, but I've seen way worse, guys. I mean, when I first saw this, I hated it because I'm like, I didn't laugh. But 10 years have passed, so I'm going to try to give this another shot. I love the lead girl in it, Jenn Proske, who deserves another film because she hasn't been in a film in a long time. I like some of the cast, and there's some things in it that I don't hate. And I still think the Seltzer and Freeberg have done worse. Disaster Movie is their worst movie they've ever made, so easily, without question. So let's get to Vampire Suck. I just put the DVD in. I'm seeing the unrated version, and you guys can join me in the chat if you want to. This is going to be about an hour and 20 minutes, so it's not going to be very long. But my first live stream of the month of October, and this is a Fox movie, so maybe this will be on Disney Plus soon. This is the beginning of the movie where basically the end of New Moon, where uh, all the people in red are waiting for Edward to come out, and then he comes out sparkling. And this girl is much better than Kristen Stewart, I must say. Yeah, at least she's better looking than Kristen Stewart. She's a better actress than Kristen Stewart. She's not shaking and. There's a Matt Lanter. He's the voice of Anakin Skywalker from the Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Yeah, that's him. You have Ken Jeong. He's recently on the Masked Singer. There's some sexy chicks in there's some sexy chicks in some red bikinis. Yeah, it's good to see some black women in there. And also, the Fountain. At least this movie stays in one parody. It's not. It's not. I think this was added into the new film. Yeah, this is the rated version. Ooh, yeah, I don't remember this in the theatrical cut where she's beating up the hell out of these girls. Yeah, does the Volturi? True Blood. Yeah, yeah. These were scenes that were added back into the film. No, they're not going to show us this sparkling cock, ladies. Yeah, this is how girls were back in 2010, guys. Edward and Jacob. Now it's After, which I know my friend hates that movie. Yeah, I'm not going to see those movies either, Josh. Don't worry. I've already had enough of the young adult romances that don't work, that are with forced, abusive relationships. Yeah, Jenn Proske I've seen her in other film called Sexting in Suburbia. She was really good in that too. So she's capable. It's just people think that everybody in a parody is terrible, but I'm like, no, man, Lanter's great as Anakin Skywalker's voice. It's just that these movies are taken seriously. I'm like, it's a stupid parody of Twilight. So what do you expect? Vampires suck. There's the title. I've already made it past the first 3 minutes, and I haven't killed myself. So give me some credit for that. Johnny Jerry, thanks for joining me in the chat. Yeah, there's Dietrich Bader as her father. Ugh, Tiger Woods. Yeah, cheating on his wife with a Swedish chick. I mean, yeah. People that do that are really stupid. People that decide to cheat on the city of Spork, population 3,120. At least the abuse is not in this movie. Yeah. She's very lovely, Jenn Proske, I must say. She's One of the most beautiful Canadian actresses. Yeah, she's part Canadian and American, which is great. She's a mix, a hybrid of both. And yeah, like I said, as a lead, I think she's the best thing in the movie because she at least is trying to be Bella Swan, but actually, is her name? No, actually, her name is Becca Swan. Excuse me. And she doesn't look pale as a ghost like Kristen Stewart did in the first one. In the first one, she's literally like pale as a ghost. Teen angst mix. Okay, that's kind of funny. And Seltzer and Freeberg get a lot of crap for their films, which yeah, a lot of them look really cheap and horrible. But this actually has a budget, and this made money. Disaster Movie was a horrible movie, made really cheap, and even the jokes. And there's not one joke in it. Everything is a reference. The Club, Tonight Only, Vampire Weekend, Family Dentist. I think these are added scenes, so yeah, will work for Blood. Jeremy, I bet this is still better than the Twilight movies. It is. Matt Lantern, not Lantern, is probably better than Robert. Yeah, and Robert's gonna suck as Batman. I'm gonna say it right now. If you thought this movie was bad, wait till the Batman comes out and then Robert's like sparkling when he takes his mask off. I don't need to see that, guys. I don't like him as an actor. Yeah, these are definitely out of scenes that I didn't see in the theatrical cut. Uh, she carries a cactus in. There's scenes that are a little bit longer. Nothing unrated, really, because there's no like added nudity or anything. Becca. Those Twilight movies are over 2 hours long, and they don't need to be that long. This is 83 minutes. It's quick. You are so cute, Jenn Proske. I know she's married now, so I'm not gonna like go after Barbie dolls. Yeah, there's some product placement, but every one of their films has it. Dietrich Bader was funny on the Drew Carey show, and he was funny. He was actually the voice of Batman, so that's cool. And he was in American Housewife, which that show was funny, but the fourth season I just didn't find. I didn't find it funny at all. Like I thought they changed the characters. It's ran its course. Actually, Jen Proske, you're in your 30s now, I think. Yeah, very lovely 30 something. Look at that beautiful hair. I just love her hair. I love brunettes, guys. You know that. Yeah, this is an added scene too. There's Jacob and his father. Yeah, Ike from Mad TV. It's technically whitewashing, but you know, it's this is a different time, guys. This was 2010. Back then, there were worse comedies than are well now. Now there weren't any comedies in the theater. You had a lot of politically correct comedies like what was it? Like a Boss and whatever. And the Wrong Missy, yeah, the Wrong Missy is terrible. Like that's an Adam Sandler movie where the lead actress is the most annoying thing. At least Jen Proske is not annoying. Even though George Clooney sucked as Batman, do you think Robert Pattinson will make George look like Robert Downey Jr.? Yeah, because George Clooney had a bad script. Robert has never been a good actor. He looks like this and everything. He looks really dead inside. He looks really dead inside, and he looks scarier without the mask than with the mask. And I saw his movements like this. This is how he moves as Batman, like he's a freaking bobblehead. That's not Batman to me. Yeah, she's not dumb. This Becca is definitely not as dumb as Bella. And people said this is the worst comedy I've ever seen. You have to see the stuff that Mystery Science Theater sat through. They have sat through some of the worst movies I've ever seen. Period. Thanos is not even funny. It's just boring, and it's almost as short. It's almost as long as this. And that movie, nothing happens. It's just people talking, and there's bad ADR, and there's no budget, and the movie's just slow. This, at least, you know, it has a fast pace. You are so cute, though. She has those puppy dog eyes that you want to just, you know. Oh, that's disgusting. Well, I have to. I usually have to go take a piss all the time. And I don't have Stockholm. I didn't like this movie when I first saw it, but it's been 10 years, so I think I can handle it. High School of the Home of the Bloodsuckers. Well, there's a nice pun. Sad, misunderstood new student with crappy old truck parking lot. Okay, that's kind of clever. At least I'm not saying the same joke again and again. So that's Anna Kendrick's character. Yeah, she's not a lesbian. Trust me. Prosk is a beautiful girl that's into guys, which I love that. Kristen Stewart is a bisexual woman with blonde hair that likes to lick armpits. Yeah, you're disgusting. Okay, you disgust me. I never liked Kristen Stewart in the last like 5 years because I saw her in other stuff. In Someone in the Huntsman, she's doing the same shaky acting that she did in Twilight. In Underwater, I thought she looked like a lesbian in that movie. In Charlie's Angels, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like her in that either. Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Stallone would be a favorite and least favorite Arnold movie. My Your favorite and least favorite Arnold movie? Well, my favorite Arnold movie is one of them is Terminator 2. My least favorite Arnold movie is like, well, Batman and Robin or Junior, because those are horrible. Stallone, one of my favorites is of course the Rocky films, probably Rocky 3 or 4. I like the first one, but it's just too long. Least favorite one of them is Avenging Angelo. I hate that movie so much. Avenging Angelo is the most soulless performance that Stallone has done. That and Expendables 3, but he's not the problem with that movie. Chelsea from yeah, from That's So Raven. Annalisa Vanderpool, yeah, gorgeous nose. Well, she's playing the Anna Kendrick character. Here come the Cullens. Yeah, they keep the same name in this movie. At least with Bella, they changed her to Becca, which is that better. I like that. Oh, the Sullens, but the name is still Edward, not Edvard. Actually, no, they feed on the blood of animals, which no, that doesn't make them vegan, because blood is from a creature is still meat. So I don't get why they said that they're vegetarian. That makes no sense. If they were eating vegetables, it would make sense. Anyone who thinks Terminator 2 is overrated has no taste in films like those glasses wearing so-called reviewers. Exactly. It's Arnold's best. He's at the peak of his career. It was an awesome movie. The effects still work. The action still works. And they've been trying to remake that movie ever since Terminator Genesis. We're going to make a PG-13 Terminator 2. It didn't work. And then you had last year's Dark Fate, which was R, but it was the same freaking movie, except you had a Mexican Terminator that can act in the movie, and it's just bloody just to make. And there's pictures of Edward anyway. Yeah, Terminator 2 is a great film. There's a reason it's highly regarded as one of the best action films ever made. Channing Tatum, there's a picture of him. Yeah, with Matt Lanter, they put a lot of white makeup on his face. Dear John, that's actually a pretty decent romantic drama. because I like Channing Tatum and Amanda Seyfried. The romance wasn't forced and there's no abuse in it, which is nice to see. Because of staring at each other, yeah. If I stare at somebody like that, like, yeah, they're gonna call the cops or tase me or run away. Because nowadays with social distancing, you can't even stare at people anymore. But I'm still here, guys, still alive. And Johnny, it's good to see you on my live stream because I was planning this for weeks. Hmm. I don't know why they find her ugly. She's beautiful. Like if you dolled her up, you're like she would be the most beautiful creature in the world. I mean that she's already cute with that. The way Kristen Stewart, the whole time she looks like a pale ghost. Thanks for the exposition, teacher. I already know that. I've seen the films, all of them, and they're horrible. The only one I could see as a guilty pleasure is the last one, Breaking Dawn Part 2, because it has an awesome fight at the end. But even that, they screwed up because it's a twist. It's a, oh, that's not going to happen. It's just a vision. And I was so pissed in the theater when that happened. At least with the Hunger Games, it didn't do that. Or look at Ron, he's wearing a Corona suit, so he doesn't. I'm Edward. Robert talks like that in everything. I'm like, seriously, I can't hear what he's saying half the time. And trust me, the nostalgia critic have ripped this movie apart. Every critic on YouTube has. There's a Slurpee, yeah. The Vampire Diaries. Yeah, I never saw any of those shows. True Blood, Vampire Diaries. I only seen clips from them because I'm a guy. I'm male. I'm in my 30s, and I'm single, and I don't. And I love women, but I don't like emo guys as my lead characters. I just don't. Emo chicks that's a debatable, but emo guys that are like, I'm in love and I show emotion. I'm like, no, they don't show any emotion. I'm like, I need somebody with some character, with some life to them, literally. An apple. Actually, no, a book with a freaking apple in it is a little bit too much. A baby. Baby Yoda, no, it's just a baby. It's a CG baby. Don't worry, folks. It's not. He can juggle. That's something Edward couldn't do. And yeah, this film like it's shot pretty well for yeah. Some of the jokes are really stupid. I know that, guys. I've seen these kind of films before, but again, they've done worse. Disaster movie doesn't have jokes. Everything is explained. Every joke is said again and again, just in case you didn't get it the first time. There's what you call it? What was her name? The the redheaded chick from the first one. Yeah, shirtless guys. That's what you get for these movies. That girl, that's what's her name? Damn it, I forgot. And there's the only black guy in the movie that's a main character. He's the black vampire with the dreads from the first movie, and I think he's in the second movie too. Of course, he has to die because reasons, but I'm not going there. That's what's her name? Not Annabelle. And I don't get why the vampires run like the Flash. That doesn't make any sense to me. Uh, exactly, because every time Terminator 2 is brought up, it's the glasses wearing guys who are stuck in the past always say, oh, Cobra's better or no, Predator 2 is better. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, because they're living in the past. They said Infinity War and Endgame sucked. What sucked about it? That it was an epic finale to the Avengers, and we haven't had a movie since. The last Marvel movie we had was Spider Man Far From Home. And we haven't had one since. Ho- Hopefully, WandaVision is gonna bring things back in full swing because I've been waiting so long to get a Marvel fix. Yeah, thank you for that. He, he looks like the wrestler Christian from WWE and TNA. Oh, sure you can, right in his face. Yeah, I'm trying to talk as much as I can, guys. I don't want to have dead silence in my podcast. I don't care if one person watches or two people. It's the beginning of October. Ow, that hurts. Yeah. I don't like people grabbing my nipples. It hurts. Yeah, what's her name? Not Annabelle. She's the girl that was in one of the American Pie movies. What's her name? Ariel Kebble or something like that? No, not Kebble. What was her name? Is it back here? Chris Ree, Ken Jong. No, it's not here. I'm gonna have to check my tablet. Hold on. I'm gonna be on my tablet later anyway, so I'm gonna just check the cast that's not in the front. Yeah. Is it weird that I find this girl very attractive? This, and she's fine. She has a soft voice. She's she has and this is the part where he stops the car. This is before people wore ear pods. Ouch. Let me check. Yeah, help the Asian guy. I mean, I've seen parodies like Not Another Teen Movie and Airplane. I mean, this is no Airplane, but it's not the worst I've seen. There's way worse. Like I said, Disaster Movie or Epic Movie. Those are way worse. And Meet the Spartans, where they literally have to say the joke in your face if in case you didn't get the reference. Cast. You have Bradley Dobbs, BJ Britt, Antoine. Kelsey Ford is Iris, aka Alice in the films. Yeah, Ariel Kebble. Yeah, that's her name, Ariel Kebble. She's a Rachel. You're pretty. Yes, she is. She's very, very lovely. Please be the mother of my children. Yeah, again, you're a wolf, dude. And I like that this film doesn't have too much music in it. Like, they don't have like a bunch of copyrighted songs. There's one song that I'm going to mute because it's Raining Men, and no, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. And yeah, like I said, it's not a great movie. I know that. I know that. But like I said, with the lead, I can. There's a lot of her, so I'm not going to say too much. It came out on August 18th of 2010, so 10 years ago. And people say this is the worst comedy I've ever seen. I'm like, hey, I chuckled a couple of times. I'm not hanging myself. It's short. It's not 2 hours long like some comedies I sat through. It's not as disgusting as movies like Change Up or Horrible Bosses, where Jennifer Aniston in that movie wants to have sex with Charlie Day in the worst possible way, and I'm like, really, Charlie Day, not Jason Bateman or Jason Sudeikis, but Charlie Day. She will have sex with anything that walks, and I'm like, I get the joke. She's sexually repressed. Have I ever seen Shawshank Redemption? No. It's very long, and I want to see it. It's considered the best movie. Okay, that's kind of funny. The best movie on IMDb. It's like a 9 point something on IMDb. I heard very good things. I'm going to watch it sometime. It's a Stephen King novel, actually. Ouch. Ooh. This movie cost $20 million. Disaster movie, I think, cost way lower than that. It made 81.4. Wow. Even 10 years ago, that's a lot of money for China not even getting. I don't think China wanted anything to do with this. And I'm seeing that ironically, guys. I'm not trying to like, oh, this is the worst thing. I want to throw it. Screw this. I'm like, ouch. Yeah, this came out in the UK, in the United States, Canada, and Russia, and in Australia in October in the UK. 20th Century Fox did not provide advanced screenings. Of course not. Critics rip these movies apart. I know that because what was the last comedy that critics have made, highly acclaimed? That stupid Steve Carell movie that came out because it's political, and this is the comedy in the movie. You have Rose Byrne licking his face. Ha! That's hilarious. That's disgusting. You do that now, you get coronavirus. You get what you pay for, people. You want to pay for a stupid comedy about something that's already a comedy, that's something laughable, you get it. A 4% is too low. I've seen worse. Even the Emoji Movie got around the same time. It says here, devoid of laughs. It says, slight step forward for the Free Self-Serve team. Yeah, because again, Disaster Movie had no jokes. Everything is a reference. There's no plot. It's just stupid things happening. The worst score for a wide release in 2020, a 10. Did you see any of the movies in 2020 that sucked? Like Life Like a Boss or The Grudge or any of those? Even critically acclaimed movies like Birds of Prey, which, I'm sorry, is she having an episode? Seriously, is she like sleepwalking? Or is she throwing fists at him? And no, that's not teen angst. That's a spasm or something, or an episode. They gave it a grade C+, which, again, not the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah, that's disgusting. Spellcom, whose videos reviews are usually around 5 minutes long and censored, had a 20-second review of which consisted of Corey staring blankly at the camera, uttering the F word. Yeah, of course, because they hate these movies. They never even reviewed The Starving Games or Superfast or any of those. Yes, they made worse. Movies that didn't even go to theaters anymore. Don't mind the noise. It's just my dumbass brother going downstairs, just throwing boxes in the basement. Even though, guess what, guys? You can't get corona from touching a box. People don't lick those things or sneeze on them. You're fine. In the audio commentary from the site, Coleman said, the films that these two directed make are so blatantly and being nothing more than a juvenile finger pointing at an image or mentioning a popular trend that, to me, they seem exploitive of a young culture raised to have an attention span. Well, this poor Asian guy, man, got messed up. Prom 2010. At least they put the year. It's not just as the ship has sailed. It's that the ship has sailed, gone across the Atlantic, hit an iceberg, sunk, been dragged out, turned into the biggest movie hit ever, and is now currently fitted for 3D for an anniversary re-release. Did they do that with this movie? I don't know. Haha, those stuck in the past guys bashing Avengers and Dark Knight and Green Mile, but yet praise Fantastic Four like Dirty Grandpa. Those movies are horrible. I saw Fantastic Four 2015, aka Fan Snore Stick. I was bored out of my mind. Dirty Grandpa, I saw clips and I was like, this is not funny. This is disgusting. It's Robert De Niro defiling himself and just jerking off and acting like a sick pervert, and it's disgusting. This movie, at least, it doesn't have Robert, Edward. What are you doing, dude? Seriously, sorry about that, guys. I'll be back. Will you stop throwing stuff down here? I'm trying to do a podcast. Stop throwing stuff. Damn it. I'm sorry about that, folks. I have a dumbass brother that makes a lot of noise. He doesn't know that I'm doing a podcast. I should have waited until tonight. But anyway, What I missed, just some talking. And it says here, this Entertainment Weekly said the exception is the newcomer Jenn Proske, who spoofs Twilight star Kristen Stewart's flustered, hair-tugging angst with hilarious precision. Yeah, she does really good in the movie. She is the one thing in the movie that I really enjoyed, even when I first saw this. Say it. No, he's not a Jonas brother. Vampire got 4 nominations for Golden Raspberries, but it didn't win any. Why? Because there were worse freaking movies. Legion. I saw that movie in 2010, and I was bored. Count Chocula. I wonder if those are in season. Yeah, I'm a sparkling emo biatch. That's not what a vampire is, guys. Did you see The Lost Boys, or uh, John Carpenter's Vampires, or From Dusk Till Dawn? Those are vampires. You're beautiful. Yes, John Cena's Bling from 2005. Yeah. There's Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Again, people call that a remake, but Alice is older. How is it a remake? They don't do beat for beat everything that they did in the animated version. There's a lot of references, yes, but Alice is a badass. Edward is so yummy. Well, if you're into that sort of thing, a squirrel. And also, ladies, if a guy says that he likes to kill, run. Don't date him. You're going to regret it. Did you see 50 Shades of Grey that had an even worse parody than this? This actually made money. That has Martin Lawrence, not Martin Lawrence, Marlon Wayans being disgusting and being creepy and screaming a lot in 50 Shades of Black, which, yeah, it's not funny. I don't know how that guy likes Dirty Grandpa, very sickening, but yet he hates great movies because he's a boring yuck 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 that doesn't know what a good movie is. This is a good movie. Avengers Endgame. That's a masterpiece. It made $2 billion for a reason, guys. Over $2 billion. Still the biggest movie of all time. No movie will top it this year. Not even the films that are supposed to come out, like Dune, Wonder Woman 84, and No Time to Die. No Time to Die is not going to make $2 billion. It's going to be 3 hours long and too freaking long. I'm sorry, guys. The last Bond movie bored me. Spectre was boring as hell. It was so terrible because I was bored, and the women are just wasted, and the woman is too young for Daniel Craig. Martin Wayans needs to retire. Yeah, he hasn't been funny since the 2000s. Oh, there's a killer squirrel. It's a puppet, at least. There's not some horrible CGI in this movie. Okay, that's kind of funny. The squirrel's trying to bite him. Oh, this is a scene where Jenn Proske looks absolutely gorgeous. Like I couldn't take it. I saw this in the theater, and my jaw hit the ground because of how sexy she is. A Barack Obama mask. Yeah, now it would be a Trump mask. But again, now people are so overly political that it's a movie that came out, the Comely with the Comey or Comely, whatever, with on Showtimes with freaking Brendan Gleeson playing Donald Trump. Yeah, I'm not gonna see that. I have no interest in that. Here comes a slow 5 minute kiss from the movie. Yeah. Oh my god. I hope this ruin my career. It's okay. He's still against voice. Yeah. Mm, 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 she has a long tongue, like like the guy from Kiss. Oh, trust me, I'm not going to resist a woman's urges. After almost a year without seeing a woman, yeah, outside of my house, yeah, I need to go date. Oh, this is when he hits her, but that's the only time he hits her, and it's only because in self defense. I like it rough. Yeah, wow. Oh my god. Pointing right at the vag. Yep, that's exactly what that's the only thing I get off on, guys. Women, estrogen that flows through their veins. I'm not gender fluid. I'm only into women. Man, she's so hot. Oh my god. What year do you think was the best for films? Well, one of them was 2008 because you had Dark Knight, you had Iron Man, you had Incredible Hulk, you had Wally. Great freaking year. 95 was also pretty good. You had Die Hard with a Vengeance and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, and you had a bunch of other things. Yeah. If an actress that I worked with was wearing that, forget it. The cameras would have to keep rolling because I'm just going to be all over her. Damn, Jenn Proske, you're so sexy. Even to this day, she's probably gorgeous. I wonder how she's. Does she have a baby now? Because she's made it. Hey, Josh, you just made it. We're at the halfway point. I just got to the part where Jenn Proske is in that sexy outfit, and I'm like, yeah. Again, I'm attracted to women, guys. I've said it here on camera many times. I'm a heterosexual man, and I'm damn proud of it too. All this gay stuff that I've sat through did nothing for me. Yeah, screw you, Stephanie Meyer. I don't care about you. You're one of the worst writers ever. Because I seen The Host. That's another terrible movie that's worse than this. Because it's almost 2 hours long and it's so boring. And Saoirse Ronan is terrible. Ouch. Saoirse Ronan is so boring in that movie. If she was, tell me this, Josh. If she played Wanda, she would have sucked. Because she's Irish and she can't act and all that. No, she would have been terrible. Elizabeth Olsen, we hit the jackpot with her. Absolutely. She's cute. She's powerful. She's talented. And her sisters were in one of the best sitcoms of all time from the 80s and 90s, Full House. I knew that she was an Olsen. I'm like, Olsen, that name sounds familiar. Jen does have a kid. Yeah. I wonder how old she is. Let me see. Yeah. Women that procreate are beautiful, man. I love that. That's just that's why we're here, guys. Social distancing can't last forever. People need to procreate. It's a part of life. It's to keep the human race going. In case you didn't know that. And if people say, "Oh, this is racist and stupid," I'm like, guys, it was made 10 years ago. See a movie for a comedy from 30 or 40 years ago and see how racist it is. See Blazing Saddles. It's a great movie, comedy, and it's very racist. A Canadian American actress, so hot. She has one child. She's been married since 2013. Yeah, Steven Schneider. I wish she would come back. Her last work was Christella, a show with comedian Christella that she did in 2014. I'm shocked she only has one kid and not five children. She has one child. It's funny. She was born in Canada, moved to the U.S. at the age of 4, and grew up in Orange County. And you're absolutely gorgeous. Like, if I met her at a Comic Con next year, like if she came randomly and was like, "Hey, look, it's the girl from Vampire Sucker," or even if I saw Caitlin Deaver, who's another luscious woman that I'm just like crazy about. Again, guys, heterosexual. It's what I live for. And people are like, if you're so heterosexual, why aren't you dating? Well, because I'm stuck in the house. It's been 7 months. 7. So looking at a beautiful woman's going to be therapeutic for someone like me. Yeah. Yeah, she looks lovely in that. Oh, no, I don't want to see that. And it's funny how these actors look just like the actors from the movies. But the movies are over 2 hours. How? Why? It wouldn't have picked anyone for Wanda. I would have picked anyone. Elizabeth works well. I'm sure Jen would come back. I want her to come back. She's been gone too long, and her baby's probably like 6 years old by now. Those people who think that racist probably think Saving Private Ryan promotes violence. Again, it's a war movie with blood, unlike the Mulan remake, where it's a Disney movie war film and there's not a drop of blood, not even on the finger or whatever. This movie has blood in it. That's why it's PG-13. It has blood. This is not a comedy with no blood. If it's vampires, you're going to see blood. Granted, it looks like juice, but it's blood. It's, Hollywood blood. This guy's like, I want to eat your face. Yeah, that's my reaction when I saw her. Not looking at her like a, yeah. And no, I'm not into Big Macs either. He's like, I'm gonna eat your face. Ouch! I got a paper cut. See, there's blood in the movie, flowing like a river, but it's supposed to be. Saving Private Ryan is a very very violent movie. I want to see it one day, but I'm not going to do a live commentary for it because I don't want to disrespect the vets that actually went through that war. And again, Spielberg movies that are R. What the hell are you expecting, guys? E.T. There's going to be a lot of grisly violence and shaky cam, and at least the shaky cam makes sense. Ooh, yeah. See, it's more like juice. It's not really blood, guys. They're not going to make it. It's I think like cranberry juice or Kool Aid. I don't know. Yeah, drink that juice. There's a lot of slow mo in this movie. I bet Zack Snyder would be proud. A tanning bed. Okay, that's kind of clever. Man, does she have like a bleeding condition? Because that's all she does. How about 1999? That's a great year for me too, and that would be yeah, a Phantom Menace, The Matrix, Deep Blue Sea. Yeah, 99 was better than this year. Any year was better than this year. Well, except 98. 98 was a hard year for me, but I was 13. Big difference between 13. Oh, too soon. Chinese food. I'm not eating Chinese food for a year. Yuck. Yeah, they run. You'll never see me again. And then of course she sees him as a ghost. Yeah. After this, I'm going to see Captain Marvel because it's Brie Larson's birthday. What happy birthday, Brie Larson? She's 31 now. Yeah. What when a Disney movie has blood, parents send soccer moms who bitch and complain you can't keep blood away from kids. Again, they saw Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. There's a lot of blood in that movie. A lot of blood. Even Far From Home had blood, and we're going to discuss that next month, Josh. There is no excuse. If it's PG-13, you've got to show something. You can't just hit someone with a sword and then there's nothing. I'm not saying decapitation. That's Deadpool. It's R-rated. I get it. Between the Phantom Menace, The Matrix, and Deep Blue Sea, which one would you pick? Phantom Menace because I saw it when I was a kid, and people say it's the worst thing ever, and I'm like, I couldn't see The Matrix. I was too young. I was only 14. And Deep Blue Sea again. Yeah, at least he's not lying. Yeah, she's a lovely girl. Yeah, well, let me see. Brie Larson's birthday. And everybody giving her a hard time. Don't you dare go on Facebook and Twitter to bash her. If you do that, you're disrespecting a beautiful, talented actress. Don't do it, guys. Trust me. I will strike you down if you do that. Wishing Brie Larson a happy 31st birthday. Academy Award winning actress. That means she can act. This is a cute little scene. Kissing her on the head. There's no stupid parody here. It's like, you'll never see me again. And he has a great Anakin Skywalker voice. That's like parents complaining that Joker was going to be too violent. I'm like, it's an R-rated movie, guys. You got to know what you're getting into. When he bashes that guy's head into the wall, I did not see that coming, and it was really brutal. That's probably the most violent scene in the movie. To somebody he kills without a gun. I'm like, again, I can take it. I'm a man. I'm not a 12-year-old boy anymore. I saw violent movies when I was a kid, like Terminator 2 and Speed and Air Force One. I saw that when I was a kid, and it did not mess me up as an adult. This is her pale legs. Normally, this would make me run for the hills, but Jenn Proske is so cute. You're so cute. Okay. Now these are just some notifications. I saw the Nostalgia Critics review of X-Men Apocalypse. That made me suffer because that movie was over 2 hours long. And I'm like, why? There's too much in the movie. Oh, this is the scene. I'm going to mute the music. Oh, no, no, not yet. It's after this. Buffy, yeah. If people from the '90s remember her, there was a movie about Buffy the Vampire Slayer and a TV show. And no, this girl looks nothing like Sarah Michelle Gellar though, so that joke kind of didn't work for me. And in their movie, it was only the blonde that bit her arm. It wasn't the black guy. He tried to guide her, and also the other girl didn't try to bite her either. I think it was Victoria. Yeah, his teeth. Yeah, this is when she's shaking. Actually, in the movie, yes, I remember this, guys. God help me. Twilight, in the movie Twilight, he bites Bella inside of a I think not a church, but somewhere inside. It was not outside. So, and it was at night. It wasn't during the day. Here they did it a little bit differently, I guess, because they're trying to parody all the movies. But at the time, Breaking Dawn didn't come out yet until a year later in 2011, and then the second one was 2012. I remember the show and movie very well. Of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, yeah, this is when he's trying to suck the venom out of her arm. In the movie, it takes like an hour and 40 minutes for that to happen. There's Extra's voice. Or actually, no, wait a minute. That's not an Extra's voice, John. It's Venom's voice from the Venom movie, which is worse than this movie because you took a great character and you made him into a joke. Parasite. Why would you do that? I'm like, what are you, a grunge singer? That's not how Venom sounds in the cartoon. I'm saying grunge. If Caitlin did a movie like this, it would be fun. Yeah. And I want to say what a gorgeous nose she has. Someone has to say in the script, and I quote, "You have the most beautiful nose I've ever seen on a girl." That would be the best line in the movie. This is when he sucks the venom out of her arm. Yeah, now Edward's leaving. Oh, my poor little flower. That's everybody in isolation right now. Depressed and bored. Yeah. That guy with no taste in movies bashes Brie Larson every time someone brings her up because she's popular and won an Oscar and she did a movie. She did a film that everybody hated called Captain Marvel. Again, guys, it wasn't for everybody.
They just called her Ray with blonde hair, even though she's nothing like that. I'm gonna have an apple. October, yeah. This is when the seasons pass and she's just waiting out her window. Again, that sounds like now. December. A snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Yeah. Let me just cut this. He would. Let me just cut this. I don't want this apple to poison me. So. Yeah, that guy, I'm not going to mention his name again, but iCarly, One Tree Hill. I saw one episode of One Tree Hill. 16 and pregnant, no, I never want to see that. That's just gross. Like I said, I don't need 3 hours to do a live stream, guy with the glasses. And no, I'm not talking about the Nostalgia Critic or the Angry Video Game Nerd. I actually have a life. Like Kylo Ren said in The Last Jedi, let the past die. It's already in the past. You can move on now. You can't live in the past. You have to live for the present, no matter how sucky it is. I'd rather see this than the Evil Dead remake where she's like, this? Yeah. Excuse me for that. Where she's putting a knife to her tongue, cutting it out. And I saw a worse parody than this called Scary Movie 5. Yeah. I didn't laugh once. It was so disgusting. And Seltzer and Freebird did not do this movie. Mm-hmm. It got bashed by critics, but it would praise it. At least I don't trust Brie. Yeah. Who does? Actually, it didn't. The Breaking Dawn. Yeah, spoiler alert. I know people do that a lot. And that's why when I saw Endgame, I said, don't spoil the freaking movie. Shut up. Don't spoil it. With Black Widow, I don't want to hear about her sister. I don't care. I'm watching Black Widow for one reason. That's Scarlett freaking Johansson. That was a vision. Yeah, she's not going to kill Annalisa Vanderpool. We all have guilty pleasures. Movies we know that are not the greatest, but we can still watch them. You beautiful, beautiful creature. Why wasn't Beautiful Creatures watchable? I was bored. And I swear, the witches in that movie are way too religious and southern, and I'm like, why? Oh, there's Edward as a ghost. Luke, you will go to the Dagobah system. I can't wait to see the parody of that Seltzer and Freeberg do of Star Wars, because guess what? Those recent movies were a joke. Yeah. I didn't spoil Endgame until a few weeks after it came out. Yeah, people would have killed you back in 2019. If you spoil that movie, you get your ass kicked. In Asia, someone got beat up because they spoiled the movie. I'm like, don't do it, guys. Nostalgia Critic is way better than the guy with, because Nostalgia Critic never bashed his own audience or demanding his subscribers. No. And also, he doesn't live in a freaking basement. And he doesn't have a collection of bullshit either. Or things sent to him. I had to buy my DVDs this year and Blu-rays. You think Sonic was awarded to me? No, I had to go buy it with my own money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she blinks a lot. That's very sexy for me. Yeah, I know. I hate those. The trucks that go past, in the city is the worst, especially with logs. Yeah. Did you see Final Destination 2? I know I keep saying, "Oh, she's gorgeous, gorgeous." Huh? This actress actually can do something if they give her a chance. They're like, "Oh, you did this movie. You're gonna be blacklisted from Hollywood." No. Actually, Taylor Swift, no, doesn't sing that anymore. Good stunt work, by the way. Yeah, there's no CG. There's not a lot of CG in this movie. The other movies have horrible CGI. Seriously, the CGI and the werewolves, aka the lichens, aka the freaking shapeshifters. What the hell was that? Big dogs? They look like dogs. They don't look like werewolves. They don't even change from human to werewolf. They just see Becca got busted open, and yet Mulan can't get a scratch on her, even though in animated Disney movies we've seen blood before. In Atlantis and what else? Yeah, I'm gonna bite you. Yeah, I know. Oh, this is the scene coming up. I'm gonna mute it so I don't get a copyright infringement. I'll just talk over it. It's about an hour into the film. Oh, that was Bryce Dallas Howard. Thanks for directing an episode of The Mandalorian. Excuse me. Mm. A black guy going after a white girl? Yeah, that sounds familiar, Josh. I know you want that so bad. A chihuahua. That's so cute. Yeah, you're a little thing. If they would have at least had some blood in Mulan, it would have bothered me. Yeah, it fits. It's a PG-13 movie. This scene, yeah, stupid gay joke because again, the Sulfur and Freeburg are idiots. A bunch of shirtless men doing that. They did that. Yeah, I'm muting that. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. Would have bothered me. I still like it, but just wish parents were so sensitive. Bryce is directing an episode of season 2. Yeah, it's Raining Men. We get the joke, guys. It wasn't funny in Meet the Spartans. It wasn't. A bunch of homoerotic guys that wear no shirts that are fighting in Sparta. Yeah, that's not gay. I'm like, I didn't see it as gay. I saw the Gladiator, and there was no gay jokes in that. Yeah. Yuck! Man, they ripped that black guy apart again, guys. No disrespect. I get the Black Lives Matter movement. I get it. Okay, this is a movie from 10 years ago, so don't get offended by this. Puppy whoopee, puppy whoopee. And if you want to see Jenn Proske in a good movie, see Sexting in Suburbia. Track it down online. It's worth your time. You saw the puppy. At least it was a puppy. Yeah, they did that in Fred 2 as well. This guy's a good-looking guy. Chris Regi. Yeah, Teen Beat. Yeah. Well, they couldn't use Teen Beat, so they put Teen. Yeah, Teen Beat. Yeah, but they parodied it. Exactly. Nostalgia Critic doesn't bash movies for 3 hours. Yeah, X-Men Apocalypse, that was 30 minutes, not 3 hours. Making a 6-hour podcast against Eddie Murphy or against other people's houses and say if they did the same. Oh yeah, The Fly, the original Fly. That's a nice scene. He's watching the original Fly, not the remake from the '80s. With I like the original Fly. This is the original with David Hedison. It's set in Canada. He's eating Ben and Jerry's ice cream. That's good that they put a actual good film in the film. If they did the same joke like that with women, I could hear split to mixed reactions, but the majority would win. What joke? That they rip a girl apart? No, they don't do that in this movie. Yeah, Lady Gaga, a woman that was actually in an Oscar-nominated movie about a year ago. I think A Star Is Born. Yeah, a remake, but still, that got tons of praise. In New Moon, she jumped off a freaking mountain. I'm like, why would you do that? The Raining Men, yeah. Again, I wouldn't say wait. If you did the same joke with that woman, I'm gonna hear this play. But with this, it's like on the nose because the Selfer and Freeberg think gay jokes are funny. They're not funny, guys. Lesbian jokes, gay jokes are not funny. I told you I'm done with that group of people. I have friends that are from that group, but I bonded with them despite their, sexual orientation. Ezra Miller, I know he's queer. I don't care. Just give me something good. Give me a good Flash movie. I don't care what his, his sexuality is. I'm not dating him. I only date women. And there's no song "It's Raining Women" because again, that was not made, and that song is just so pandering. That's like a total women. I want to have sex with men song. We get it. We get it. Interracial jokes don't bother me if it's done right. If it's done to offend people, like if you've seen the movie Inappropriate Comedy, yeah, I'm sorry, that movie's not funny. It has so many racist jokes that it's just not. It doesn't have a point. It's just like, oh, let's throw chicken at black people. Let's say free trips to Africa. That's racist. It's not funny. There's no purpose. It's just offensive things to be offensive, and I hate that. As a person of color, I know I don't like to see that kind of humor. At least this doesn't say they don't ever mention race in this movie, which is nice. As bad as some of the jokes fall flat, at least they're not racist. Funeral. I didn't see Inappropriate Comedy. It's horrible, Josh. Don't see it. You will regret it. It will be the worst thing you ever see on any streaming service or anything. It's horrible. Like they had it on YouTube for free a few years ago. I didn't even bother because those racial jokes just didn't do it for me. The guy that did the ShamWow, he doesn't know how to write comedy. If you think this is horrible, see Inappropriate Comedy or Movie 43. There's no jokes there. It's just one joke they beat over your head, and it's gross usually, and it's disgusting. Did you know that the guy with no taste told his friend who gave him permission to stay in his house for 3 months to go die just because his friend kicked him out? Again, you don't say things like that. I haven't seen his channel in over a year because I don't care. You do not bash movies that I love, especially films that made billions of dollars that were not Disney remakes. That scene from The Fly, also, that was the original, which is also from 20th Century Fox. Oh, this is when they hit Becca with the bottle. Ouch. That's a little bit harsh, but she's definitely not Chelsea from That's So Raven here. People have to move on, man. They have to when this social distancing is over, you have to get a life and just take a nice walk. It helps me think. What time is it? 1:21. Okay. I guess I could leave this on because I'm going to be doing. By the way, trying to kill yourself is not romantic. Don't do it, guys. If you've learned anything from Romeo and Juliet, don't do it. It's still till death do you apart, but that's in a marriage. That's the cat from that's the cat from Captain Marvel. Hmm. Well, I'm just trying to hear the. What would be your favorite movie in 1994? Let me see. It's been a while, so The Mask is probably one of my favorite 1994 films. That and Speed. The first Speed, not the second one. The second one's horrible. Yeah, that's probably my favorite movie of the 1994. The Yeah, the Mask, because I saw that a lot as a kid, and it hasn't gotten a good sequel or like a reboot. Because no, I haven't seen Starving Games because I saw the trailer and I was cringing, and it had horrible effects. Like the effects here at least are practical. There's no bad CGI here. In that movie, they have an Angry Birds reference in 2013 when Angry Birds didn't have their first movie yet. Really? I would stand in the line of fire to save someone I love. I know that. I would give my right arm for them because you know me. I'm a very I sacrificed a lot this year for people that I care about. This is the scene they added. Fast forward. Yeah, that. Then now we're back to the beginning of the film. Favorite without question would be The Crow. If I had to, yeah, but it's sad because it's sad to see. That was the last movie that Brandon Lee did before he passed away, and it's hard to watch. Like it's a good comic book movie, very gothic, very visually stunning, but man, it's also hard to watch. Looney Tunes. Yeah, it's slapstick, but again, a lot of comedies have that. Yeah, take that. If people think that shows like That's So Raven and Sweet Life didn't have a lot of like slapstick, yeah, because it does. Sparkling, yeah, that's the gayest thing I've ever seen in a vampire movie. Sparkles, sparkles. I once had sparkles on my face, but I was a clown, so bear with me. Yeah, I don't want to see that old man ass. I'm glad I didn't have to see that. Have you seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? I had a copy of it, but I donated it because the disc was scratched. I don't want to see I don't want to see it right now because I heard it's depressing. I heard great things, but yeah. Yes, touch her face. I love that. When a man touches a woman's face, I'm like, yeah. But in a good way, not like he's gonna grab her cheeks and try to squeeze her face off. I'm like, touching the face very gently. I would do that to Caitlin Deaver because she has very smooth, pale skin with those freckles. Ugh. And then he leaves like 5 seconds later. She has freckles too. Man, Ken Jeong is pretty strong. Oh, a record player. I haven't seen those in ages. Yeah, Crow is a sad movie, but it's still my favorite. That's fine because like I said, people liked it, but then when Brandon Lee died, yeah, it became like The Dark Knight. It was like the must see film to see, with that lead. At least with Joker, Joaquin Phoenix had a great year. Despite the massive hysteria, he won an Oscar and had a baby with Rooney Mara. So good for him. Great to see that. Oh, this is the dance scene, yeah. Oh, his name is Crane, not Swan. It's a bird. Get it? The Room is worse than this, and that movie was taken seriously. Pale skin and freckles does it for me. Yeah, it does. Mostly if the actress is American or Canadian. Again, yeah, social distancing. I get it. Even 10 years ago, they're yeah too close. They're not going to tell me that in 2021. I want to hug a girl at a baseball game. I'll do it. I have no. I have absolutely no shame, guys. Yeah, there were some scenes here I didn't see in the theatrical cut. Oh my god! Ugh, I didn't want to see that. Good for you. Have a great summer, love always. Is it almost over? Yeah. 10 minutes. Yeah, it's almost done, guys. And there's no post credit scene at the end or like a gag reel or anything like they do in some of the other parody films I've seen. What is that? The Thanos snap? Hmm. Bite. No, I don't bite, guys. Trust me. I may seem hostile in some of my videos, but I don't bite. I'm not a dog. I only bite if I have to defend myself. Is that the voice of Flick from The Bug's Life? Yeah, Dave Foley. That's a beautiful daughter. And at least with my videos and live streams, I keep it interesting. I am, yeah, right here. This is my first live stream in a month, so I didn't do one in September because I was just, I needed a break. Boo! I'm a gentle person towards people. I know, Josh. You don't have to tell me twice. Oh, yeah, that's the voice of Flick from A Bug's Life. That guy with the glasses only bashes the Crow just because of it's the most talked Brandon Lee film. I do like his other films. I've seen Rapid Fire. I've seen Showdown in Little Tokyo. I have, and even Laser Mission. But the thing is, it's sad to talk about the Crow because I'm like, he passed away during production, like Heath Ledger did when he did the Joker in The Dark Knight. It's hard to watch a movie that an actor just passed away. It's like what I keep saying about Fast and the Furious. Once Paul Walker passed, they should have stopped. Doing these movies without him is pointless now. Well, we're almost done, guys. Trust me. This is probably one of the shortest podcasts I'm going to do. That's not a Comic-Con at home or anything. That was going to be my first, but I had to sync my new YouTube account with StreamYard, and now here we are. In the movie, he actually doesn't bite her neck. He in Breaking Dawn, she dies, and he bites like parts of her body, and then she becomes a vampire, which is kind of stupid because he's like biting her leg and biting her arm, and you know, marry me. Yeah, exactly. And then the screen goes black. Yeah, that was terrible. Like that was one of the stupidest cliffhangers ever. Next time with Joker for its anniversary, I don't have the movie on Blu-ray or digital yet, Josh. So you'll have to do that alone because I don't have HBO Max either. So I will have to wait. Insert fangs here. Yeah. Well, I won't bite you, Jenn Proske, but I would definitely hug you. What are you laughing at, that dude? That's not funny. Some girls get off on getting bitten or nipped or whatever. Yeah. Hmm. She's getting off on that. I know that. You're getting bitten by Anakin Skywalker? Yeah. The voice of Anakin Skywalker? That is not how you do a cliffhanger. Of course not. Saying marry me and then blackout. Even Hallmark movies have better endings than that. You've seen End of Days? No, I haven't. Oh, that's how it ends in the thing. Well, that's Vampire Suck, guys. There's like one scene left, and they show Becca with the teeth, and that's about it. In case you stood for the whole credits, I know some people didn't. Yeah, that was cut from the film. So that's Vampire Suck. Did I kill myself? No, I'm still here, guys. I don't hate the movie. I know there's a lot of jokes that don't work, a lot of gay jokes and things like that. But again, it's not a movie for everybody. It's a very divisive movie in the worst possible way. If you thought Batman v Superman was divisive, damn, it's ending already. Yeah, Johnny, it's fine. You at least stood for the whole time. And Josh, it was good to see you here. The movie's only an hour, and it's under 90 minutes. It's like without the end credits, it's about an hour and 18 minutes. very short. So at least the Seltzer and Freeberg didn't make me suffer too much. And it's the first time I've seen it in years, so in almost 10 years. So I'm over it. I can still own it. I wish there was a commentary, but now you can see this on YouTube. It'll be uploaded soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully my next one in October will be for something you've heard of. So that's Vampires Suck. It is what it is. You know, I've seen worse. Trust me. Look at my old channel and the things I'm going to be reviewing later this month, and you'll see that there's way worse movies, way worse parodies, way worse comedies. But that's all I can say, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream. My next commentary, well, I might do one next week because I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be here or not. Venom, no, I don't have Venom, and I'm not going to suffer through that again. It's god awful. Maybe one of the DC movies because, you know, Wonder Woman's coming out maybe in 2 months. I want to do Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, because there's monsters in that, and I want to rewatch that movie because I love that movie so much. And Amy Jo Johnson's birthday's coming up, so I'll probably do that next week if I get a chance. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace. End the broadcast.